Now. All right. So once again, my name is Ricky Taylor, founder and CEO of How Enterprises. I've been working on this presentation for about 2 years now. I've poured my heart and my soul and my mind into creating a presentation for you all so that you can build wealth for your family, okay? So welcome to the webinar. Once again, I'm Ricky Taylor, and today I'm gonna teach you, give you the framework on how to build a multi-million-dollar trucking company from the ground up. I've done this, been in business for 5 years, and I'm excited to give you that framework tonight, okay? So first, I want to start off, just to relate to you all, to be on your side, that I understand, that we all have been to coaches, we've been to seminars, we've had gurus, we read books, we've been to seminars, and what we can all draw the conclusion on is that we left unfulfilled, we left with no executable items. And how you watch a seminar on YouTube and you still don't know what to do. That's how I feel right now. That's part of the motivation for this course, is to let you all know that I know where you are right now, going to a webinar, seminar, and being empowered, but still not receiving the executable things to do as soon as you leave there. All right. So I want to partner with you all to let you all know, I know this is not y'all first webinar. I've been there, done all of that, and I'm here to be on your side. Now, some of y'all, you may be concerned, well, Coach Ricky, is this trucking thing really for me? It is. All right. This is a legitimate business. And so that means you don't have to fear, you don't have to worry about anything, because trucking is a legitimate business. And I'm going to verify that with you in a little bit. All right. So also, people tend to think that you got to have a lot of money to start a trucking company, but you really don't. I know a lot of people, well, how much money I got to have and everything like that. And you really don't have to have that much money to start a trucking company, because I'm going to show you how to get the funding for your trucking company. Okay. Other than that, you don't have to have a degree or anything like that. You don't have to have a form of education, because that's why coaching exists. All right. I'm here to train, to equip, to empower you to take your trucking company to the next level. So if you have any suspicions, I don't know if it's going to work. Oh, it's going to work. And I'm going to show you, give some real life results in a little bit. So I'm here to encourage your dreams, to let you know that you can build wealth. You can build generational wealth for your family, for your children. So I want to encourage your dreams tonight, that whatever that dream is inside of you, for your children, for your family, for your wife, for your lifestyle, that you can accumulate and amass wealth. Okay. So Coach Ricky, who is this webinar for? Okay. This webinar is for those of you who are beginners. All right. It's for beginners. It is for those of you who own trucking companies already. For those of you who have trucking companies, if you've done only 5 to 6 figures, I want to help you scale to 7 figures. So mainly the most people on here are people who are interested in trucking. Maybe perhaps you want to get a truck for your pops, your dad, for your family, to leave a legacy for your children. But I'm sure that I'm talking to a whole lot of people who are even curious about building wealth. So I want to talk to 2 groups of people. So my new people, my new entrepreneurs who have the aspirations of having your own truck, to build a fleet of trucks, to build generational wealth, and to those of you who already have a trucking company. Okay. So once again, my name is Ricky Taylor, and I've scaled my trucking company from $40,000 to multiple 7 figures in a matter of 2 to 3 years. I started off with 1 truck back in 2018. And after I had that 1 truck, I had it for 3 months. I kind of liked how it was going. Then I got my 2nd truck. And the 2nd truck, I started driving because I went to Chattanooga State to obtain my CDL license. And after that, my classmates started calling me, Rick, man, hey man, can you hire me, and everything like that. And I'm gonna talk about that a little bit more. Also own Airbnb properties here in Chattanooga, Tennessee, where we scale to over 6 figures annually with Airbnb. And I know a lot of my females on here, that's the class y'all waiting for. But if you hear me out today, I promise you, you're gonna enjoy and love this presentation on trucking. I'm also the senior pastor of Arena Praise, headquartered here in Chattanooga, Tennessee. I've been preaching since I was 18 years old. I'm 33 now, and I've been preaching for 15 years. So I've been preaching for a long time. I'm young, but I'm old, got an old soul, is what most people say. I played professional basketball in Germany, England, and Ireland. I love basketball. I'm a coach. I coach AAU basketball. I've coached at East Hamilton High School. So I've been around the game for a long time, been training kids since 10 years now. So that is who I am, okay? So what do we do? All right, so we help start up an existing trucking company scale to 7 figures. So we created this course with you in mind because we want to help you, all right, build a multi-million-dollar trucking company. And the reason, one of the motivations behind this, because I have been awarded multiple million-dollar contracts from Fortune 500 companies, and I had to literally turn them down because I didn't have the manpower nor the staffing. So trucking is so big, it's a $400 billion industry, it's so big and so massive that I can't do it all by myself. So I wanted to take the initiative to create a coaching program and a course to show you how to get a trucking company and scale it so that you can obtain those multiple million-dollar contracts. All right, so how we do it, what's my story? All right, so my brother-in-law, he may be watching this, he introduced me to trucking when I was, coming out of college. He had married my sister, and he told me, hey, Rick, man, you know, man, hey, this trucking money good. I'm like, man, whatever, man, nobody don't want no truck. Until he started talking numbers. He said, man, you know, a truck, you know, get you 6,000 to 8,000 a week. I said, what'd you say? What did you say? He said $6,000 to $8,000 a week for one truck. So, you know, being the accounting major that I am, I'm like, if I get 2 trucks, that's 12,000 to 16,000. So I started doing the math in my head. I'm like, bro, like, I think I'm really about to start me a trucking company. So, you know, I started asking him questions. I started calling truck drivers, started doing my research. Took me about a whole year to do my research, call people, hey man, you know, what's maintenance like? You know, how much your truck note? And I got interested, and then ended up getting my first truck. All right. So once again, I got the first truck, and I put a driver in it. And I actually hired my classmates, all right, out of Chattanooga State. I went to Chattanooga State, got my CDL license within 6 weeks. It was a 7.5-week program. I graduated in 6 weeks, got my CDL license. Then I started driving the second truck for 3 months. And then my classmates, hey, Rick, can I come work for you? Can I come drive for you? So the motivation behind this is because my classmates really pushed me to grow. For those who do not know, a lot of people who get their CDL license, they have a record. They've been to prison before. They're felons. So they began calling me, hey man, I can't get no job here. Hey man, I really desperately need to work, bro. Like, bro, please let me drive. And I just started having a heart for felons because they are the nicest people in the world. They made a mistake, they mismanaged a moment or two, but they all deserve a second chance. So the reason why I started this trucking company is because of them, to give people a second chance in life. So you're asking Coach Ricky, what's your why? That's my why. Because we all, I'm trying not to preach, we have all made mistakes. We've all mismanaged moments, and we all need a second chance in life. All right, so that's my story on how we arrived where we are today, okay? So, Coach, why do we do trucking? Number one, demand. All right, when you go back 3 years ago during the pandemic, when the pandemic occurred, all right, you have your grocery stores, and what other business was out there still going on? Trucking. Trucks, watch this, had to deliver food inside the grocery stores. All right, so some of y'all wondering, why should you get in trucking? Because it's pandemic and recession proof. It's never going anywhere. If trucks were to stop today, the whole world's going to be done. Hello, somebody. So now you got to start getting your why. Why do you want a trucking company? Because it's a demand. It's never going, it's going to be here to the day God calls everybody home. So there's a high demand for trucking, okay? There's room for everybody, okay? Also, number 2 is service-based. Service-based, okay? So you got to think, when you go to Walmart and purchase your food, your groceries, the things for your children, clothes, guess what? Everything in that store, everything in Target, y'all females, I know y'all like it. Everything was transported on a truck. All right, every single thing you see in the store, it came from a truck. All right, so you know you got to understand, all right, that you are in the service business, that I am providing a service, watch this, to the whole world, to the whole United States of America. So I want to open your mind to think that I am serving people, babies who need Pampers, babies who need baby food. All of that stuff comes off a truck. All right, so part of the reason, all right, I know people will, look at the revenue in trucking, but guess what? We are providing a service, a needed service. So the food, clothing, housing, all right, we specialize in flatbed, okay? We specialize in flatbed. Guess what? We transport steel and lumber and wood. And guess what? What do you need in order to make a house? Wood. So think of the service, like we're helping building houses. They're building phase 2 right now in my community that I live in. And guess what?
I hope it's 300, so we can go straight to the house and go straight to
We're asking everyone to please mute your phones, please. We're asking everyone, all right, to, please mute your phone. So think of the service, all right, that we are providing, okay? Number 3, providing employment for CDL licensed drivers. One of the best things I love is when someone calls me or texts me, hey, are you hiring? Do y'all know how good that makes me feel as a man, as a person, as an individual? Like when people, hey, Rick, you got any positions open for my brother, for my cousin, for my nephew, for my uncle? That's a blessing to have a legitimate business to hire people. So I want you to open your mind that it's more than money. Trucking is more than money. It's more than the revenue. We are providing, we are helping people, the ordinary day people, okay? Number 4, efficient to run. For those who do not know, it doesn't take long to do your trucking work, all right? Because I know a lot of people have the misconception, well, am I gonna have to quit my job? Can I do this on the side? Yes, you can. It takes me 15 to 30 minutes max to dispatch one driver, to get him his load, send him his Raycon, and he's off. And guess what? He's driving for 6 to 10 hours. I don't got to worry about him no more. Now, because I have a multi-million-dollar company, I work about 3 to 4 hours a day. I have to do a little bit more managing. I don't have to do it, but I love interacting with people. I love receiving calls from my drivers. Hey, Rick, man, this is what happened. And most of them, they like to talk anyway. They like to vent, and I'm the person who they vent to. So not only do I have to pastor the whole church, but I'm really pastoring and mentoring and encouraging our drivers. All right, but it's a blessing to be in that space to be able to counsel people, okay? So it doesn't take long to run a trucking company. Number 4 or 5, the freedom and flexibility. Guess what? Trucking, you can do this job from anywhere in the world. Anywhere, as long as you got a laptop and Wi-Fi, you can be in California, dispatching a driver, doing your work. You can work from anywhere and still make good money. So I know some of y'all been looking for the freedom, you've been looking for the flexibility. It comes through trucking, all right? Last but not least, it produces healthy financial statements. Now, I'm gonna talk about this in a little bit, but for those of you who have visions and aspirations on having a bigger house, to increase your lifestyle, to have an exotic car, you get all of that through trucking, all right? Because one truck will gross you anywhere between $150,000 to $300,000, contingent upon if you have a dry van or flatbed trailer, okay? So that means when you report this to the taxes for 2 years, guess what? If you're saying that you're making $150,000 to $300,000 in 2 years, you can get in the house you want. For those of you, who want that bigger house, how do I qualify? Like me, for example, when I first started in real estate, I got my first property, my first duplex that I owned that I turned to Airbnb. I only qualified for $150,000. So don't get me wrong, I'm grateful. Thank you, Lord, for opening up that door. I thank you, Lord. But God, this ain't it. I mean, this ain't it. I want something bigger. I want something greater. And guess what? Trucking allows you to get those numbers, to boost up your revenue, to boost up that income statement so that you can go to the bank, hey, and get that pre-approval letter for $400,000, $500,000, $600,000 house, what have you, okay? So I want y'all to look at this quote. You don't have to like trucking, but like the purpose it fulfills. Let me say it again. You don't have to like trucking, talking to everybody, especially my ladies out here. You don't have to like trucking, but like the purpose it fills. Let me give you an example. The owner of dog food, all right, he doesn't per se eat the dog food. Y'all follow me? But he enjoys the purpose that it is fulfilling. All right. The purpose that dog food fulfills is that it feeds animals. It feeds dogs. He's not necessarily ingesting and eating the dog food, but he likes the purpose that it fulfills. So now I need you to open up your mind tonight. Trucking, what is the purpose that is going to fulfill in your life? It's going to help you pay for your children's education. It's going to bring in an additional stream of revenue for you. It's going to give you those financial statements to be healthy. And it's going to open up so many doors. So you don't necessarily got to like, you know, the dirtiness of trucking. And by the way, let me debunk this right now. Trucking is not what you think, like old time farming with cowboy boots. Don't get me wrong, people still do that. But I got some people like one of my coaches who drove for us in the past. He wearing icy whites, Jordans and Adidas and Air Force Ones, loading up. Clean as a whistle. I'm like, you clean, ain't you, doc? Yeah, man. So take your mind out that old mentality of trucking, okay? Because you don't have to like trucking, but like the purpose it fulfills, okay? So I want to give you all to let you all know that, I want to give some receipts on what we've done so far. Who have we helped? As of to date, we've helped over 35 trucking companies start their company. I don't talk about this much. This is part of my private consulting work. But for the past 2 or 3 years, I've been helping people get their own trucks and then scale. Okay, now let me do this. As of today, what we've done, my company Spirit Logistics. Once again, these are old numbers, but right now we've done 3.6 million in revenue. All right, so we have built a multi-million-dollar company. Now, ABC Trucking Company, I can't give you the names of the people we've helped due to confidentiality agreements that we have together. Okay. But this one trucking company, for the past 18 months, they have done around $143,000 in revenue for the past 18 months, okay? And this is only with one truck, okay? Another company been with us for about 12 to 16 months, did $404,000. Another company, $319,276. And once again, this is all with one truck. These are all owner operators. Now, what I am attempting to do, I am trying to get them to scale. So as of right now, my company is the only trucking company that I have helped to build a multi-million-dollar company. Now, these people, they're scratching the surface. 500,000, 400, 319,000. But they are intimidated to scale because they don't trust everybody. So now I'm trying to get them to a place. Hey, bro, look, you've been driving for 15 years. You've been driving 20 years. Now it's time to take it to the next level and scale. So part of this course is to help current trucking companies scale to the next level, all right, to provide systems and strategies, how to find drivers, how to recruit drivers and all that good stuff, okay? So these companies at the bottom, I want to list some of these companies. There's some people have done 90,000, some 77,000 and 51,000. Now these people have been with us between 3 to 6 months, okay? So everyone don't come out the gate swinging at $500,000, all right? And let me add this is gross revenue, all right? You don't get to keep all of this, all right? This 3.6 million that we did, we don't get to keep all of that, okay? That's his gross revenue. So in every industry, the experts suggest that you wanna aim for a 20 to 25% profit margin minimum. In order for you to be a profitable and lucrative business, to be above water, to be in the black instead of the red, you want to average between 20 and 25% profit margins. All right. So if you just do the math, look at these numbers. All right. You want to be between 20 and 25%. Okay. So Coach Ricky, what are we going to get out of this class? Okay. Out of this coaching session, I want to know what you got going on with this. All right. So part of this, all right, what you're going to get the business development portion of this coaching program and this course, okay? Business development, I'm gonna show you in a little bit. Then you're gonna get the actual core content on how to build a multi-million-dollar trucking company. Once again, been working on this for 2 years, and the total value of this is around $2,500 for the business development and around $30,000 for this particular trucking program. So let me share my screen on the to go inside the portal and actually show you how to what you're gonna get when you, okay, y'all can see that, right? Okay, hopefully you can. All right, there we go. All right, so when you partner with me and invest in this course, I want to show you inside the portal and what I've done for the past 2 years. All right, so we have a platform in Teachable. All right, for those who don't know what Teachable is, an online platform for online courses. So I want to create a curriculum to let you all know exactly what to do. Just in case you can't get to me as your coach, we have this already in the curriculum and Teachable, all right? So if you, when you click on this introduction, guess what? There I go. You see me. All right. I'm at my church recording. All right. I don't know why my eyes looking all lazy like that, whatever, but I mean, we got to change that. But anyway, all right. So you got me in almost every video. And upon, you know, looking at all of this, all right, we have downloadable materials. We have accountability worksheets that I'm going to show you in a little bit. But when you go through this curriculum, all right, we have the business development, how to start a business. So when you work with me, I build foundation. I do not allow you to try to have a trucking company without a strong foundation, and it comes with business. And the reason why a lot of minority businesses, approximately 90% of minority businesses do not get funding is because they don't have this part. So in order for you to work with me, in order for you to build a multi-million-dollar trucking company, you have to get this part right first. You have to legitimize your business. And what we've done, the only thing we do is get an EIN number and an LLC, and that's all we do. But it's more to that in order to qualify for funding, because when you tap into funding, then everything else is easy to scale, okay? So part of the business development course is going to teach you how to get your EIN number, get an LLC, business bank account, business address, phone number, submit your company's information on several online sites like Yelp and YP and Google. Going to help you create a DUNS number. And once again, if you click on this DUNS, you have me explaining the importance of a DUNS number. I'm in every video explaining why you need it. What does it mean? Okay. So I want y'all to understand that I really took some time in this thing. Okay. Also, going to help you obtain business license from the city and the county. All right. You have to do it all the way. Okay. We're going to teach you how to brand your business, set up e-commerce, right? Via PayPal, Cash App, Square, get your system set up. We're going to help you create business pages on all social media platforms, set up bookkeeping and accounting. And my favorite course in the business development is positioning yourself for funding. I poured my heart as like, I think it's an 11-minute video, however long I was talking, but this is probably the most important video that you will watch in the business development, because we have to structure your business in a way so that you don't have to pay any money to get your truck. Okay. So I've already done the hard work for you. Okay. So after the business development, after you build a strong infrastructure, okay, now we transition into setting up the trucking infrastructure. All right. But before we get there, you got to have the business. Okay. We're going to teach you the importance of attaining your CDL license. Now, let me stop. You don't have to have a CDL license to own a trucking company. I highly suggest it, because if your driver quits on you, who go get the truck? Well, I mean, if he quits on you, you live in Chattanooga or Atlanta and the truck is in Dallas, now you got to call somebody and pay somebody. But when you get your CDL, bro, sis, you can go pick the truck up yourself, okay? So we're going to teach you the importance of that. Once again, I'm in the video explaining the importance on getting your CDL license if you can. You don't have to, but it is a good idea so you can relate to your drivers, okay? Then we're going to teach you how to set up your trucking company, applying for dual authority, MC number. If you want to do the asset and the broker side, we're going to teach you how to get your USDOT number, your MC number to be active. We're going to teach you how to get the right insurance, the capital needed for a successful trucking company is a class all by itself. And once again, if you missed my webinar on Facebook that I did last week or two, I showed you exactly what to do to get $30,000, $40,000, $50,000 in funding. If you got good credit, you could probably get up to $100,000 if you follow the blueprint that I showed you. So I've already been a blessing to you already. I'm going to teach you how to develop a trucking fleet. Purchase, Coach Ricky, should I purchase a new truck or old truck? Guess what? I got a video for that. I got lessons on that. Going to teach you how to structure your business. Should you hire an owner operator or a company driver? Selecting the right trailer. Coach Ricky, what is the most profitable trailer? A dry van, a reefer, or a flatbed? I got you. I've done the work already for you. Coach, where do I find equipment? If I want to buy a flatbed or a step deck, where do I get the equipment? Where do I purchase it from? I got you. All right, placing decals on the truck, building a team. If you want to build a multi-million-dollar company, now don't get me wrong, I ain't trying to toot my own horn or nothing, but I can run it myself, but I do have to have a team that I can trust to help me carry the load. But one of the most important things is finding and recruiting drivers. All right. Because if you don't have a driver, you have no company, you have no revenue, you can go out of business quickly. But I have created a video, a lesson to teach you how to properly find and recruit drivers. I already done it, trial and error. I've done the work for you, okay? Also, finding drivers, I'm gonna teach you how to select the right mechanic, all right? Because that truck is going to break down. I don't care how new it is. I don't care how old it is. It's going to eventually break down. All right, gonna teach you how to get your customer number from dealerships, investing in software. One of my favorite things is obtaining a proper software transportation management system to make your job efficient, to show you how to work between 15 and 30 minutes and be done for the day, all right? It comes through software. Gonna teach you the equipment that you need to run an efficient company. Gonna teach you how to establish a customer base, getting dedicated lanes, dedicated freight. Once again, I've been doing this for a long time. I also threw in a free course, sales intelligence, all right? Developing a marketing plan, creating business relationships. If you want to do business with Fortune 500 companies, like I received multiple contracts from Starbucks, Walmart, who is that? Walmart, Starbucks, Target, CVS stores. I've received a lot of contracts that I had to turn down because I didn't have enough capacity. All right, so I'm going to teach you sales intelligence, all right? What we use to get those multi-million-dollar contracts. Now, my favorite one, the whole thing, is scaling your trucking company. I know some of y'all go try to be grand and wonderful. You go probably try to skip to this section. I understand. All right, but I literally spent 22 minutes on this video because I got so passionate. I started showing you how I did it, what I did, who I went to, the name, I mean, this video alone right here is gonna be worth the class, okay? So I've done that for you, okay? As we get ready to end this trucking part, we're gonna talk about moving your first load, the 5 documents you need to move your first load, how to properly dispatch a driver, and the compliance that you need, all right, to keep your trucking company compliant with the FMCSA, okay? Now, that's just part 1, all right? Now, this is the part where y'all getting ready to like me, okay? This is the part where you're getting ready to like me, all right? Now, in this presentation, hold on, let me see if I'm on the right one. Hold on, where'd it go to? Let me find the right one. Oh, where'd it go to? All right. So I also created a PDF, all right, that is gonna be easy for everybody. All right, now the videos are fun, but I'm more of a type of guy, you know, that if you show me how to do this, where'd it go to? Share, okay. All right, can y'all see that? Let me see, share, new share. There we go, okay. So, here we go. This is where I wanna be. All right, now, what I have done for you all, I have already done the work for you. So, in this trucking course curriculum, all right, if you keep going down, once again, this is the business course. As you see, I've done all the work for you. Only thing you got to do, click on stuff and pay for it. All right, so once again, EIN number, you don't know where to go, click on this link right here. That's all you got to do. I've done the work for you. All thing you got to do is click and pay, click and pay. I've done it for you. All right, so this is all, once again, the business stuff. Grasshopper, Google, where you submit, I've done the work for you. This is what you click on to get a DUNS number. I got the link. I've done the work. I've cut your time by 2 years, all right? So let me get to the trucking part of it, all right? So it's so much content. All right, so when you get to the trucking part, ooh, I put some time in this thing. Lord have mercy. All right, here goes the trucking part. So when it comes to applying for authority, guess what? The only thing you got to do is go here and click. Click on the link. I don't know if I can click while I'm on this thing, but when you click on it, it's going to take you to the FMCSA website and also have the video to go along with it. So I am literally holding you by the hand. Follow that, click on that, then guess what? When you obtain your BOC3 agent, click on it, pay the $50. When you get to UCR, click on that link, pay for the $59. I've done the work for you. All right. So look, documents you need, tab card, highway fuel tax. I've done the work for you. And this is what I'm saying. People aren't making courses like this. Insurance, I need insurance for the truck. I've listed my top 3 insurance providers who we work with in the past. SCAT code, sales tax exempt, permits that you need, factoring in fuel costs. How do I get a fuel card for my driver? I've done the work for you. You just got to click on it. Are y'all enjoying this? Just put some ones in the chat. If you're enjoying this teaching and this impartation, can y'all just put ones and let me know that you're getting some? Come on, put some ones. I know you're holding your phone. I know you probably screenshot, but help the coach out tonight. I've done it for you. It's just follow it. You know, oh, how do I have a driver application? I've done it for you. You just click on it. That's all. We got JotForm, Google Forms, and you copy my template and put your logo on it. I've done it for you. Warranty, Coach Ricky, I've done it for you. Premium 2000. Semi-trucks, where do I get a semi-truck? I've done it for you. MHC Kit Work, Freightliner, Peterbilt. I've already done the work for you. I got some more. I talk about hiring a new driver, recruiting and onboarding drivers, DocuSign to put your contracts in. I got my own contracts that I use for my drivers. I got you, bro. I got you, sis. Where do I purchase flatbed equipment? I've already done it for you. All right. Look, software that you need. Boom. ELD providers. Boom. Handling truck breakdowns. Boom. Drug tests. How do I prove my safety score? 1099s at the end of the year for a driver. I've done it. I got you covered. Financing companies. How do I get funded now? I can't be on that screen for too long. That's my secret screen right there. But if you're watching, you should have screenshot it. If your truck breaks down, you need a new motor. Who do I go to? I got my top 3 providers. Trailer contacts. Better screenshot it while you can. Company safety policies. I've done the work for you. Okay? So let me stop that and share the screen again. I get back to the webinar presentation. Okay? So you just saw what you're going to get. Okay? Once again, that business development is around $2,500. All right, that trucking. Look, 30,000. Let me tell y'all. Let me share this with y'all. I just recently invested in the coach. He said, Ricky, bro, like this is good stuff. Like you've done a lot. I said, man, because I know how it is to see people being successful and they never share the executable steps on what they actually did, where they actually went to get this stuff. All right. So the total value is that. So with this coaching program, all right, you'll be able to build generational wealth. All right. If you want to build generational wealth for your family, can y'all put in the chat generational wealth? I want to see you. All right. I want it to be engaging because I'm getting ready to bless you. Okay. Generational wealth. It's not about me. It's for my family. I'm trying to leave a legacy for my kids. All right. So with this coaching program, you'll be able to qualify for your dream home. Like I talked about earlier, you'll be able to save for your children's college tuition. You'll be able to give back to charity. You'll be able to pay off debts, your student loans, medical debt. Some of y'all may even be able to quit your job. All right. Some of y'all are going to add another stream of income. All right. Watch this. Some of y'all going to have freedom to control your own life. I was talking to one of our members at the church, and he was like, you know, man, they telling me when to go to the bathroom. The devil is a liar. I don't blame you. If you want to try something else and venture into something else. All right, but with trucking, guess what? You can control your own life and have the freedom and the flexibility. All right, here it is. You can break out the rat race. All right, now I want to spend a little time and talk about the rat race because when you look at the rat race, this is a rat race going in the same old cycle. Year after year, month after month, week after week. My question for you, how long have you been in the rat race? And what I mean by that, something that my coach poured into me that really stuck with me is going to stick with me for the rest of the life. My question tonight is, what vehicle are you currently using to build wealth? I want to give you time to think about that. What current vehicle are you using to build, accumulate, and amass wealth? Okay. Y'all's your job, what have you. Some of y'all entrepreneurs, what have you. If your current vehicle hasn't fulfilled your dreams or aspirations, you know, with the thing that's in your mind, your vision, then you may have to reconsider a different vehicle. And once again, because I gotta, now it's time for me to shift your mind. If you haven't reached your goals by now, your financial goals, some of y'all want to make 6 figures a year. Some of y'all have dreams of having that house, having that car to provide more, do more for your children. If you haven't gotten to that place yet, then perhaps the vehicle that you're currently in right now is not working or it's not enough. Now, this is where I have to coach you. All right, let me say that one more time, because we cannot move forward until you really understand this and be honest with yourself. One thing that I believe in is having an honest assessment, that if what you're doing right now is not fulfilling or you reaching your dreams or aspirations, then you have to consider going into a different vehicle. And the vehicle that I am introducing you to tonight is trucking. All right. Trucking allows you to reach all those goals and aspirations with the things it can do. All right. So you got to break out that rat race. So if you've been in the same place financially, once again, be honest. If you've been in the same place financially for the past 30 years, if you're 40 years old and you still like, hey, I can't, like every year I'm in the same place. You got to change different vehicles. If you 40, 45, 50, 60, and you still in the same place as you were the past 2 or 3 years, something has to change. I need y'all to hear me tonight. All right, it's in the mind. That's why I'm very big on mindset. It starts in your mind. You have to be honest, like, bro, I got to do something differently. And once again, I am here to be your coach. I want to help you win. Hence, How Enterprises, helping others win. I hope y'all can hear the passion in my voice. I genuinely, authentically want to help you win to build generational wealth. All right. So with this coaching program, you'll be able to focus on meaningful relationships. Some of y'all don't even have enough time to spend with your kids and your family, your boo, your husband, because you're so busy working. Hello. And there was silence in heaven. All right. You know, you want to go on vacation and you can't because you got to keep paying bills and the current vehicle is not working. And once again, I need y'all to get this. All right. Some of y'all, you'll be able to invest in education if you want to go back to school, having an abundant mindset and lifestyle. And I believe the majority of us in here can honestly admit that there's a lifestyle that I'm trying to achieve. And if you haven't gotten to that point yet, then you have to change vehicles. Consider investing in a trucking company. All right, last but not least, fund your vision. Now, I want to spend just a few minutes or a few seconds on this because building a multi-million-dollar trucking company is not my vision. It helps me fulfill the purpose of my vision. Coach Ricky, what is your vision? My vision is Arena Praise. I've been exposed to big LED walls all over America, been exposed to the best sound. So trucking has afforded me the opportunity to purchase a LED wall and hire some of the best musicians in the city. That's my why. My heart is with ministry. My heart was starting the church from the ground up to have a thriving ministry. And in order for me to see what's in my head, I had to invest in a trucking company. So I need you to get your vision in your head. If you have been frustrated with your vision because you don't have the funding, guess what? You gotta do something different. I need y'all to hear me tonight. So trucking allows you to fund your vision. With my Airbnb properties, trucking has afforded me the opportunity to invest and purchase nice furniture for my Airbnb properties. Came through trucking. All right, so get that vision in your head. If you've been struggling, like, I just don't have the funds, man. I just don't have the money. Some of y'all, you want to have a food truck. You want to do some things in your ministry for your church. Come on, pastors. I got some pastors watching. There's a lot of things you want to do, and you fund that through trucking. All right, trucking ain't my vision, but it's helping me fund my vision. All right, if you're getting some, say amen. I know I ain't in church, but if you're getting some out of this mindset, say amen. Put amen in the chat, okay? Now, where am I at? So, with this coaching program that I am presenting to you all right, you'll get rid of living from paycheck to paycheck. All right. Once again, there are some people who are okay, who make 6 figures a year. This may not apply to you, but I'm talking to my people. If you've been struggling from month to month, living from paycheck to paycheck. Trucking, it changes the whole game. With this coaching program, you get rid of robbing Peter to pay Paul. A lot of people, what they do, get so bad financially that you start robbing Peter to pay Paul. Okay? That's not, God did not intend you to live that way. Okay? Next, you'll get rid of outstanding debt. If you have outstanding debt, some debt that you need to eliminate and relinquish, you get out of debt. With this coaching program, you get rid of fear of bills. Okay? A lot of people, all right, their bills keep them in a fearful mindset. You'll get out of scarcity mindset and you'll get rid of your boss telling you what to do. Okay? So the problem that this coaching solved for me, okay? Once again, I want to reiterate that trucking has allowed me to qualify for a $500,000 house. All right, for those of you who keep up with me, you saw I signed last year, I acquired over $500,000 house. Also allowed me to purchase a $200,000 vehicle. And once again, everything I say is to the glory of God. For those who really know me, know my heart, all right, everything I do give glory to God. But I have been able to purchase my dream car, a G-Wagon, all right, matte black G-Wagon, all right, with red interior seats, $4,000 a month payment. Trucking has afforded me to do that. All right, it allowed me to take my vision inside. I got tired of looking on YouTube at this G-Wagon. I said, I'm gonna get me a G-Wagon. I'm gonna get me a G-Wagon. I'm gonna get me a G-Wagon. Lord, I ain't waiting till I'm 40, 50 years old to get me a G-Wagon, but Lord, I'm ready for it now. And trucking has afforded me to afford, all right, an exotic vehicle and a nice home. All right, so I want to encourage you all that trucking, it solves a lot of problems. All right, it allows vision to unfold in your mind, out of your mind, okay? Now, coaching, all right? You just saw the course. You saw what you're going to get. You saw the business development program. You saw the curriculum and the PDF to just click on it and pay for it. This is I want you to really think how much time I put in this. I want you to really think how much time you're going to save. You're going to save 2 years off your life. All the books I've read, interviews, mistakes I made, 2 years is equivalent to 24 months, 104 weeks, 730 days, 17,520 hours. So I put my time in over 10,000 hours. As you know, you become an expert when you spend 10,000 hours in a particular subject or occupation. All right. I've lost tens, hundreds of thousands of dollars trying to do things my way. My first 3 years, I don't mind being trust. I lost a lot of money because I didn't want to get coaching. So I started going to mentors. I went to not US Express, Covenant Transport, talked to the CEO. I got mentored. I got advice from the best of the best. Rick, this is how you need to run your company, F2F Transport. I leased under their company. I put all my trucks, took my trucks, put it under their authority to learn their systems and their strategies. And then once I learned from them, then I came back and started Spirit Logistics, okay? Because now, this is where I was going wrong. These are companies who did $100 million in sales. This is in my head. You get all of that. So the hours are going to be reduced down to minutes with the software they were going to introduce to you. All the books I've read, articles, best practices. So why not invest in someone who's already done it? Look how much time and money you're going to save. You'll be doing it right the first time because there is no trial or error. I've already made the mistakes for you. And that's the advantage and benefit of having a coach. I've already made the mistakes for you. So why even try to recreate the wheel when I've already done it for you, okay? So last but not least, as I get ready to close, as the preachers say, I probably got 2 or 3 more closes. But as you're watching this, I really need you to believe in yourself because a lot of people lack the confidence. All right, you really can do this. You really can start a trucking company from the ground up. You know, I know you may be, well, it may not be for me. You be having self-doubt. You know, get all that stuff out your head. Well, the truck is so big and get that out. I got to debunk that and get that out your spirit. Getting a truck is almost close to like getting a car. It's not that difficult. You have a coach. I'm going to show you exactly. You already seen what you're going to get, but I'm literally going to hold your hand. All right. On a weekly basis, twice a week. Hey, you struggle in this area. This is what you need to do. Once again, you already got the courses, curriculum. I already done it for you, but I'm still going to be on Zoom teaching you and coaching you. But I need you to believe in yourself. I need you to do this, not just for you, but for your family. Some of y'all really want to leave a legacy for your children, for your family, to build generational wealth. I need you to believe in you. If you don't believe in you, then who else is going to believe in you if you don't believe in yourself? So I want to encourage you that you can really do this. Don't let the size of a truck prevent you from investing in the truck and getting the truck where you can make $6,000 to $8,000 a week. So you got to believe in yourself. Now, some of y'all may have external forces. The number one excuse, one of the top excuses that I hear when it's time to launch and do something. Well, coach, now is not the right time. How long have you been using it as an excuse? There's never a right time. Some of y'all been talking about that you want to start a business for years. You still haven't started that business. You still haven't written that book. You still haven't launched that nonprofit. It's never a right time. You just have to be like Nike. Just do it. So I'm here. Look, I'm going to push you. I am a very aggressive coach. If I see you lacking, look now, we slacking now. You ain't got your EIN number yet. You ain't got your LLC yet. Come on now. I'm going to be like this. I'm a coach. I'm a basketball coach. Y'all know how I'm very energetic on the sideline. Come on, let's go. I'm with you. Let me show y'all how I be. Y'all know me. If y'all ever see me coach, I'm in the stats with the players. Come on, defense, defense. I'm here to coach you. But guess what? You got to want it for yourself. All right. So you got to get these excuses out your head. Now it's not the right time. Well, when is it going to be a right time? You've been, once again, been in that rat circle, that rat race for far too long. And God has sent me into your life to let you know that now is the time to start. All that vision in your head, all those creative ideas, all right, all that stuff God has put inside of you. It's time to start it. And trucking is going to help fund your vision. Another force. Well, coach, I ain't got the money. You know how many say that, make that excuse. And I'm being coached right now and by Myron Golden. He said, everybody makes that excuse. Well, I don't have the money to invest right now. When you go pull up your bank statement, just look at your bank statement. Everybody got money. It's all about who you want, what you want to spend it on. So stop making excuses. And let me put this in. I'm learning, once again, my Myron Golden and my business coach, they are pouring into me every day. Some of y'all need to unplug your TV. Oh, what? Yes. That TV has been distracting you. Dude, people spend hours every day, 3, 4, 5 hours binge watching on Netflix, but you ain't trying to build no wealth. So instead of paying for that TV subscription, $69.99, $100, EPB, $150, whatever your bill is, how about invest in a book, a course, something that's going to grow and elevate your mind? All right, so stop using I don't have the money as an excuse. You do have money. It's just you choose to do what you want to do with your money. All right, so that comes with stewardship. I'm not trying to preach to you tonight, but you have to be able to get these excuses out of the way. Another external force, I got bills. Everybody got bills. We all got bills. All right, but you have to be able to put something aside that, hey, I got to invest in this. All right, because once again, I'm ready to get out of this rat race. I'm tired of living like this. All right, there's more that I desire for my family and for my children. I want to leave something behind for my kids. What is a truck, a real estate property, a house? I need y'all to start thinking. All right, last but not least, I'm talking about this a little bit, fear. All right, you can't be fearful, okay? So you are just one truck away. All right, once again, if you can please mute your phones, everybody. You can please mute your phones so everyone can hear. You're just one truck away for everything to change. I really want you to think about that. Once again, those numbers I showed you, one truck will gross you between $150,000 to $300,000, contingent upon how hard your driver runs. You're just one truck away for everything to change. And once again, all of my clients, they're scared to scale. They're intimidated to scale. Just imagine when they get 2 trucks and 3 trucks and have a fleet. You are just one truck. So I need you to start conceptualizing. See you going to the lot, signing on that line, getting my truck. All right, oh yeah, this truck will bring in some revenue. Now I can purchase real estate properties. Now I can, quit my job if I want to. Now I'm not encouraging you to quit your job because, if you only got 1 truck, keep on working. I'm never going to be that coach. Well, you need to quit. No, keep working, keep your job so you have multiple streams of income coming in. All right. But remember, you're just 1 truck away for everything to change. Now, I want to give you this story real quick about the little drummer boy. Okay. This little drummer boy. All right. He was a terrible drummer. A little teenager boy, 12, 13 years old. He desired to play the drums, but he was bad. He was really bad. I mean, he knew that he was bad. So what he did, he decided to invest in a drum coach. All right, his drum coach told him, I need you to invest in a drum set. So the little boy, he didn't procrastinate, but he moved instantly. He moved without delay. He did not procrastinate, and he went on Amazon and he purchased a drum set. Drum set comes to his house, starts playing, didn't sound too good. So guess what he decided to do? He decided to go back to the coach to get lessons. Coach starts showing him how to play, how to do this, how to do that. And the coach starts seeing progression, starts seeing improvement. And the little boy, whether you believe it or not, he started gaining confidence. He started believing in himself. He started telling himself that I can do this. Every day he practiced, every day he went into coaching, he said, I can do this. And when he started affirming himself, he transitioned to saying, I am a drummer. Every day he woke up, I am a drummer. He was bad, terrible in the beginning. But when he got a coach, when he got training, when he invested in himself, he kept saying it every day. And I reiterate, I am a drummer. I am a drummer. I am a drummer. And he became a professional drummer, all because he invested in a coach, got what he needed, practiced, worked hard at it. And then he did everything that the coach told him to do. All right, coach, why are you giving us this story? Because I want you to understand the power of affirmation. Right now, I need you to tell yourself out loud. Right now, as you're watching this, say, I am a millionaire. Now, did you really believe that? Seriously. All right, with your phones on mute. All right, I don't want to hear anybody, but tell yourself right now, I am a millionaire. Say it again. Come on. I need y'all to repeat it. I am a millionaire. See yourself being a millionaire. I need you to see it. I need you to catch on. I'm trying not to go to preacher mode, but I need you to see yourself. Tell yourself, I am a millionaire. Now, if you said that, look at this. If you are a millionaire, you have to figure out what millionaires do. I'm getting ready to bless you. Please, you better invite your friends. I'm getting ready to bless you. Once again, if you are a millionaire, if you repeated that affirmation, you have to figure out what millionaires do. Coach Ricky, what do millionaires do? All right. We got people still coming in. All right. Now, let me read this. Then this came from a billionaire book. Okay. Think like a billionaire. Please screenshot this because I need you. Please screenshot it right now. Millionaires, they're deemed to be rich and wealthy. So the rich think that if they don't take risks, they have already failed. I need you to really hone in on that point. All right, my mentor, Scott Anderson, in his book, Think Like a Billionaire, this has changed my whole life. Now, I got some more. This is part one. The rich think that if they don't take risk, they have already failed. How many risks have you taken? Millionaires and billionaires take risks. I need y'all to hear me because it's going to make sense in a little bit. Let me read it one more time. The rich think that if they don't take risks, they have already failed. So if you haven't even tried anything, according to the millionaires and billionaires, you've already failed. You haven't even given yourself a chance or the opportunity to become wealthy. So when it comes to risk taking, if you want to build wealth, if you want to build a multi-million-dollar truck company to fund your vision, you're going to eventually have to try something. I'm going slow now because I really want this to hit home. You can't be sitting by letting everybody do this and, working for everybody. Ain't nothing wrong with working for people, but you're going to eventually have to try something different, try something new and take a risk. And guess what? Step out on faith. Because that's what millionaires and billionaires do. They take calculated risk. And once again, trucking is a high risk industry, but because you have a coach, we minimize the risk. If you're getting something out of this, put some ones in the chat. Put some ones in the chat. Come on, fill that chat up with some ones. That's why you have coaching and mentorship. I'm going to minimize your risk to fail. I already failed plenty of times. You don't have to do that. I already taken the risk for you. But once again, the billionaires and the millionaires, once again, the rich think that if they don't take risks, they have already failed. It leads me to our next point. Now, this is the one. This is the one that caused me to scale up. Scott Anderson said, if you never take out loans, you'll never make millions. Let me scratch my, oh my gosh, so powerful. This one sentence out the whole 300-page book changed my whole mindset. I'm about to explain it. I'm gonna say it again because I need y'all to screenshot this. If you never take out loans, you'll never make millions. So what millionaires and billionaires do, here it is. This is where it is. They leverage other people's money. Now, where we messed up is that we taught you to get out of debt, which is the end goal. To be debt-free, that's the end goal. But if you really want to be wealthy and make millions, you have to leverage the bank's money. Once again, I can't talk about it. It's just so much information. You have to leverage the bank's money. The problem that we have is that we don't qualify for the financing. So that's why Coach Ricky got the business development part first, because if you don't have that part first, you ain't getting no $1 million loan. So a truck and trailer costs around $100,000, maybe $120,000, $125,000, $100,000. Do y'all really think I went down there to the truck place, to the truck dealership? Hey man, here goes $100,000. No, I didn't have that type of money. I had to use a lender, a lending institution to fund my truck. I'm getting ready to bless y'all. So as of today, I borrowed over $500 to $1 million in funding from my lending institution to scale to a multi-million-dollar company. And that's the secret of building wealth. Leveraging other people's money. And once again, I don't want y'all to think it's not that hard. I know OPM, well, what does that actually mean? And I'm not talking about Bank of America. I'm not talking about Regions. Now there's some people who do that because it's hard. They don't like to give out money. I'm not talking about the large corporations, but you have to be able to partner with people like me to put you in position and connect you with the right people who does that type of stuff. So you have to specialize and find people who don't mind lending out money to acquire trucks. Real estate, same thing. You have to find the right lending institutions who likes to give out money for real estate. And that's the thing, nobody ain't teaching this stuff. That's why God has put me in your life to expose you and educate you on how this stuff works. because we get so left behind because we don't understand financing on what it takes to get funding. Right. So I'm passionate about what I teach and what I know, because to be honest, we are an ignorant generation. We don't know. People don't tell you that because they want to keep all the money. They're scared that you're going to outdo them and outperform them. Nobody ain't got time for that. We're trying to help each other out. This is community. We're supposed to be helping our sisters and brothers. So as I was creating this program 2 years ago, I had you in mind. I want you to build, I want y'all to get this. I want you to understand how this business works. Building wealth is nothing but a game of Monopoly. It's really easy. You just need somebody to sit you down and explain it to you how this thing works. It's all about leveraging money from the lending institutions. That's what it's all about. Just think about it. I ain't gonna say Donald Trump, but wherever you live at, go to downtown right now. Skyscrapers, $50 million, $100 million to build. Do y'all really think these people using their own money? Think about it. I need y'all to bring your minds in. They're not using their own money. They found somebody who agreed with their idea. Oh, you want to build a skyscraper, 50 million? Okay. Right. We give you 50 million and we get 10% interest. And once again, I gotta coach you all. If you want to build wealth, you're gonna have to pay people. All this, well, the interest rate too high. Well, you ain't gonna have nothing. These people gotta be compensated for lending you this money. So for an example, I'm gonna show you how, for taking a truck. Truck is $100,000 for a truck and trailer. Our lending institution, who I'm gonna connect you with, they charge 10% annually. So in 1 year's time, they made $10,000 off me. But guess what? If I'm making $30,000 a month, $40,000 a month, what's $10,000? That's nothing. So look, I need y'all to, if you're taking notes, write this down. When it comes to building wealth, building a multi-million-dollar truck company, whatever you want to do, everyone is going to get a piece of the pie.
Right.
Well, you know, they taking too much money. I don't care if they charge 15%. If they go give you $100,000, bro, you can get any percentage you want. Now, they have to honor the current market rate, 10%, somewhere around there. Those numbers fluctuate, but on average, it's around 10%. Most investors, they're looking for a 10% return on their investment, between 8 to 10% if you're doing real estate. So let's stay at 10%. So every year they get $10,000 from me for one truck and one trailer. So if that loan is for 3 years or 4 years, in 3 years, they make $30,000 off me. But let's do the math. If I'm making, hypothetically speaking, $25,000 a month, that's just hypothetically, let's say $250,000 for the whole year, 10 months, I literally take off 2 months in case the truck breaks down for 2 months, all that going into the shop for oil changes and all that stuff. 250,000 times 3 years, 750,000. Do the math. 750,000 minus their 30,000. It's a good deal. You cannot beat that. So I want to open your mind and expand your mind to let you know how this thing works. And the reason why I'm introducing trucking before real estate is because you make so much more than what you owe. Even when it comes to making the truck note and the insurance and all that stuff, you doing $6,000 to $8,000 a week, $32,000. What's a $1,500 insurance payment? What's a $1,500,000 truck note? $3,000. That's nothing. Paying your driver every week, what, $1,500, $2,000. That's nothing. Doing those type of numbers. And once again, we just talking about one truck. So once again, if you never take out loans, you will never make millions. You have to utilize leverage, your leveraging power. All right, to think like a billionaire. That's how they think. Everybody downtown in your downtown city, they took out loans to build those things. When we look at the restaurant, 5-star restaurants downtown with the white tablecloths and $50, $100 meals, they take out loans to do that. But you got to understand that. Okay. So part of this trucking program. All right. Once again, y'all hear me. The business development program is around $2,500. All right. That's the value. Everything that I shared about, getting $100,000 from our lending institution. Look, it's covered in the business development. Don't try to start nothing without having a strong foundation. Also, all right, that trucking content with the teachable, with the PowerPoint presentations where you just click, that's valued at almost $31,000. All right. So I just wanted to show you all that once again. So let me reiterate, who is this coaching class for? Okay. This is for my newbies. If you're interested in building generational wealth, all right, for your family to get another stream of income, I'm literally going to hold you by the hand to make sure that you don't fail. All right. You don't have to have all the experience. You don't have to have degrees. You don't have to have all the knowledge. Guess what? You don't even have to have all the time, because you got me as your coach, as your mentor. So once again, for all my people who are interested in building the trucking company, it's for you. Secondly, to my current owner operators, truck drivers, if you already have your own fleet, you only scale 5 or 6 figures, you're looking to scale to 7 figures, multiple 7 figures, this course is for you. All right, to scale your company to a multi-million-dollar company. All right. So the number one reason why people don't get started, once again, I already talked about it for a little bit, it's because of fear, because of intimidation, because you don't believe in yourself, because you're scared of what's going to happen. Think about it once again. If what you're doing right now is not working, I mean, what else do you got to fear? Think about it. Once again, let me say it one more time. If what you're currently doing right now hasn't fulfilled, those dreams or aspirations, that they haven't been manifested yet, you're going to eventually have to try something different. So you got to get fear out the way. You got to get intimidation out the way. You can no longer live in fear. All right, because guess what? Your family is waiting on you to bust a move. Your children waiting on you, mama, dad, when you go do something? And you don't got to tell them, but in your mind, you know you want to do more for your children, for your families. You want to go on vacation whenever you get ready to go, but you cannot be fearful. You cannot be scared. So once again, there goes the quote again. I need you to see it again. The rich think if they don't take risk, they have already failed. I need y'all to get this. I know I keep talking about it, but if you don't take risk, you have already failed. All right. So let me go over your pain one more time. If you are tired of living from paycheck to paycheck, if you want the best for your family, for your kids, if you are tired of clocking in day after day, waking up 6, 7 o'clock in the morning, clocking in, if you're tired of going to lunch when your boss tells you to, if you're tired of living in fear, if you're tired of not reaching your full potential, you got to take a risk. All right. You don't have to stay in this place of pain and frustration and anxiety, worrying about how this gonna get paid, worrying about that. You got to take a risk. So let me ask you all, based on this current presentation, do you think that this coaching program will work for you? I want to hear you. Yeses, no's, yes, no. Based on what I've shown you, let me get a drink of water. Based on what I've shown you, do you think this will work for you? Clicking on the link, have me as a coach, as a weekly coach. Let me put it in the comment. Do you think this will work for you? I'm watching. Yes, yes, yes. Okay. Yes. Okay. See you. Now, how many of y'all are actually excited about what we just talked about? Put in the comment. Yes, no. Let me know if you enjoyed this presentation. Put in the comment. Did you get anything out of this? If you're excited about what I talked about, you're excited about moving forward, just say yes. I want to see you. Put yes. All right. Because I need to know if I'm doing a good job. I'm critiquing myself. Like when this video is over, I got to go back and watch it to see where I can improve. But if you are excited about what we just talked about, let me know in the chat. Okay. Is anybody overwhelmed because we covered so much? I know I can talk, but Oh, Coach Ricky, that was a lot. I'm like, dang, like you went through this, you got this quote, and you got my mind. Is anybody overwhelmed? Because my mouth got a little dry, y'all. Let me take some more water.
I missed the whole presentation.
All right. So I got one more question for you. Is it okay with you if I spend 10 more minutes going over a special offer? Can I get 10 more minutes? Please, I'm begging you for your permission. Yes, I got 10 more minutes. I know I said I was getting ready to close, but y'all know preachers be lying all the time when they say that. But can I get 10 more minutes? I know y'all ready to go to sleep. All right, it's 9:16 right now, Eastern Standard Time. I need 10 more minutes. All right, don't go nowhere. I'm getting ready to bless you. All right, once again, this business development course, setting you up for, look, $100,000 in funding. I've taken over $500,000 in loans, $1 million close. This trucking course, the value is here. I hope y'all can see that. I put a lot of time in this. So the total value, all right, of this coaching program with me, all right, with this business development, trucking, is $33,000. All right, that's how much this is. Now, I don't mind being honest and transparent. I just paid my coach $15,000 to start his program. I got to pay him $60,000 for the whole year, $5,000 a month. And he said, Ricky, this trucking, you know, that you're just like, I mean, he really looked at it like, bro, like, this is easily $100,000 course. Like Ricky, because like what they teach us is that you have to 10x people's return. He said, Ricky, if you are teaching people how to build, let's say, $1 million company, I'm supposed to at least be charging $100,000, at least. Ricky, if you help people get $500,000, you're supposed to charge $50,000. All right, dang, bro, that's what's up. You know, I'm like, for real? Like, bro, he said, you bringing a lot of value to the people. I said, okay, cool. All right, so if y'all saw my post on Facebook, on Instagram, I mentioned to you all that I want to work with 7 to 10 people. That's all I got time for, about 7 to 10 people. All right, that's all the time. In order for me to give you the value that you need, I can only work with 7. How many people? 7 to 10 people. So this coaching and this curriculum is not for everybody. All right, once again, we got 100 people in the private Facebook group, 30 people watching live, all the hundreds of people watching, like it's about 200 or 300 people that's watching this broadcast and who will come back and watch this. So I only got space for 7 to 10 people. All right, so there is a sense of urgency. And once again, I hate to talk about it. I know I can't help everybody, but I can only help 7 to 10 people. I only got 10 spots. I want to train and mentor you, hold your hand every step of the way. So my offer to you, all right, to let you all know, all right, the last quote that I have for you, people who pay attention. And I have to pause parenthetically to really let you all know that I have personal experience with this. I launched my logistics company in 2019, all right? Franchise owner, and we got some franchise owner, Lanisa and Pastor Brandon Malone, got a lot of people who did that. And when I first launched it, I basically let people in for free. And what I found is that they were the laziest ones. I'm like, bro, I gave y'all this free content and y'all ain't doing nothing with it. I mean, I literally, step by step, this is what you do, this is what you say. And probably 80 to 90% of the people did not execute and perform. And my coach told me, Ricky, they did perform is because they didn't make an investment. Whoa, I am getting ready. Oh, they didn't pay.
Right.
So he said, Ricky, people who pay attention. Think about it. When you went to college, some of y'all went to college, when you sent your kids to college, your black behind, your white behind, you better pay attention or I'm going to take you out. You better get your education. Come on, say amen. Say amen.
Amen.
Because you paid for, you made an investment into it. And you want to see your child or you yourself, you want to walk across the stage because you paid for it, because you made a significant investment for it. Okay. So once again, people pay attention. So my heart, I want to be with people who want to pay attention. All right. Because when I launched my franchise thing with Spirit Logistics, I was discouraged. It hurt me that I'm giving so much value to you all and y'all ain't doing nothing with it. I ain't gonna lie, it hurt my feelings. I'm like, see the vision that I have, that I'm trying to help you get these multi-million-dollar contracts, and you barely messaging people on LinkedIn. It hurt my feelings. So my coach told me, Ricky, you need to be able to restructure, work with people who really want it. And that's my message for y'all tonight. I want to work with 7 to 10 people who actually want to be coached. I ain't talking about, you showing up every now. Look, I need people who are serious about, building generational wealth. My offer for you all, 7 to 10 people, only got 10 spots. My offer for you all right, if you want to move forward with this investment is only $29.97. All right. Once again, I told you all, everyone has funds. I literally created a course for you all a few weeks ago. Go back on my page. I created a course to show you how to get a $10,000 credit card. I showed you. You can't say I didn't do it. I did it. If you didn't execute, that's on you. All right. But right now, all right, only got space for 10 people. And I'm getting ready to put a link in the group for those of you who are interested, and then we're going to have questions and answers for those of you who have questions. All right. So Facebook, I just put it on Facebook, and I'm getting ready to put it in this group. Okay. But once again, all right, with all honesty, I know this is not for everybody. All right. But for those of you who want to work with me, you saw what you're going to get, see how easy it is. You're going to have me to hold your hand. All right. I only got space for 10 people. Okay. So in the group, in this particular chat, all right, I'm getting ready to put this link in the chat for those of you who are interested in moving forward. Once again, all right, this is I already got 2 or 3 people who persuaded me to send them the link a few days ago. So that's 2 or 3 spots already gone. All right, I'm just being honest with you all. I mean, I got people been following me for years. Coach Ricky, when you gonna come out the course? And at that time, I told him it was gonna be $50,000. I brought it down to $3,000 to make it affordable for everyone. Okay, but I just put it in the group. So if you're interested in moving forward, all right, with this program, with this mentorship coaching, all right, I'll place the link in the group. You can click on it. I can email it to you. We can do business with that. Okay, so that link is in the group. All right, just go in and click on it. You can save it. All right, if you need time, once again, those 7 to 10 spots are going to go by quickly. But for those of you who have questions, okay, you will have the opportunity to ask me in a few. So some of y'all, Coach Ricky, I just don't have $3,000. We do have a financing program through Coach Financing where you can pay $134 a month, all right, to cover your $3,000. And once again, I met with them, I partnered with them, say, Ricky, we want people to be a part. So we're going to offer you this financing to your people. Now, you do got to have a 660 credit score, perhaps 680 maybe, to qualify for the financing part of it. But once again, $3,000. Y'all can go get a credit card, swipe that, bro. I'm getting into this trucking program by all means necessary. All right. So you can qualify for financing, and if you need the link, all right, I can put the link in the group. But they do a 5% interest rate. So once again, 134 to 176,000. Some of y'all, I hope you don't have to go that route. Some of y'all just take care of the $29.97 today. All right. So I have questions and answers. All right. So for those of you who have questions for me, you can write it in the chat, or if you want to unmute your phone, I'm here to answer questions for you all. Let me put the group link. The chat, you got to click on it, put somewhere in there. I'm
driving. I can't even see it. I'm looking at the phone. I'm driving. I can't see.
Okay,
the chat.
I just posted it again for those of you all. I posted to everyone. I just posted multiple times, so there's the link right there. But once again, for those of you who have questions, you can now unmute. Everybody don't talk at the same time. But if you have any questions for me, I'm here to answer any questions And once again, we've helped over 35 trucking companies already. Some people started with us and they end up getting their own trucking company and authority. And that's the goal. Look, I don't want y'all to be under Coach Ricky. Some of y'all get a truck, y'all want to bring it under my authority. You don't want to do the day-to-day operations. That's an option too. All right. If you want, hey, I'll get a truck, put it with you and you run it for me. We can do that too. But at the end of the day, I want to teach you how to be a boss. I want to teach you how to leave a legacy. Okay. All right. Questions. I'm here. People don't see
I have
the
a question. Can this be, I probably missed most of the training. Is it recorded?
It is recorded. I will post it on YouTube tonight. Just make sure you message me, reach out to me, message me, and let me know. Okay.
Okay. I'm interested in it, but I want to go back and look at the video, the whole video.
Okay, awesome.
Okay, yeah.
We got people registering. Wow.
I'm interested in it, Pastor, but I can't pull up the link. It doesn't show it on my end in the chat.
I'm about to send it to you in Facebook, okay?
Okay.
I just sent it to you. All right. Anybody else need the link? I got my phone right here. I'm ready for you. Okay.
Pastor, Taylor, can you hear me?
Yes.
Do you do box truck as far as getting loads for box trucks? Or just the tractor trailer?
Let me ask you, do you own a box truck?
Yes, sir.
Get rid of it. You want me to coach you, right?
Yes, sir. I'm listening.
If you don't have a contract with a local furniture company or dedicated something, it is look, I've been doing this for a long time. Box trucks are not good. So the way that it works, so if I were to get a load from Chattanooga, Tennessee to Dallas, Texas, may pay good, may pay well, but on the back haul, you may have to deadhead 200, 300 miles. You may have to go up to Texas. You may have to go up to Kansas to find a load just to bring it back. And by the time you did all that, you done lost all your money. All right, so for semi trucks, you're gonna always win. You're gonna always be in demand, all right? It's not enough demand for box trucks. And I'm just being, because I dispatched box trucks and I didn't like it because it wasn't that many loads. I'm like, 5 loads and you gotta go, once again, sometimes I had to go further west to pick up a load to come back home to Jackson, Tennessee, Chattanooga, Tennessee. I'm like, I'm not doing this because it's not fun. You lose money with box trucks. So once again, if you have to partner with somebody locally, if you don't have a dedicated contract, I advise you to get one as soon as possible, because if you're trying to live off the load board, you're going to go out of business. I'm being as honest and transparent as I can.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. I'm here to help you. I would trade that box truck in and get me a semi where you can always have free. I know it's cool.
Hey, Pastor,
yes.
send me the link. This is Apostle.
Okay. I can hear you, Apostle. Oh, that's why people can't see it in the group. My bad, y'all. Here we go.
Yeah, sorry, my bad, Pastor. I was trying to say, I think it's because I had messaged you directly, but all good.
Okay. Everybody should be able to see it now. I was messaging someone personally. My bad. Questions, come on, give them to me. People are registering.
I have 2 questions, Pastor. Is there an advanced track for owner operators who are more advanced in the business? That's the first question. And the second question is, in the offering, you have a bonus income producing asset when you acquire your first truck. If you already have a truck, what does that mean for folks who already have a truck?
Yeah, so to answer your first question, yeah, you will be more on the accelerated. I'll probably answer all your questions first, because you already have your own stuff. So if you're already in the business and you're ready to scale, I'm definitely gonna kind of, okay, this is what you need to do, to scale to 7 figures. So yeah, to your second question, when I say income producing asset, that means I'm gonna help you get another truck. That's what I meant by that. So for those of you who want to build wealth, a truck is an income producing asset. All right, has value, carries value. It depreciates about 10,000 a year, but at the end of the day, when you do it the way that I'm going to show you how to do it, all right, to make $5,000 to $8,000 a week, then it becomes an income producing asset. So that's what you want, an income producing asset. So when you get another second and third and fourth, fifth truck, that's what I mean by income producing asset.
Question, Pastor Taylor, is it best to buy a new truck starting out or get a used truck that got 500,000 miles on it?
That's all in the class. I don't know
Gotcha.
when did you get on? That's what I go on. So that's what I'm saying. I talk about all of that, but since we're here, since I'm your new coach, so it's like this. It's all up to you. All right. Because at the end of the day, a 2023 truck can break down just like a 2013 with 500,000 miles on. I've done both. I've done both of them. So you got to really take into consideration, if you were to purchase a brand new truck, all right, think of that monthly notes.
Where you finna go?
Then think of that you're also going to lower your maintenance as well. All right. Now with an older truck,
You driving? No.
you'll have lower truck payments, but you may incur more maintenance. So once again, it's like this. Now, I'm gonna be honest with you. My drivers, they love the old school trucks. For those you follow me, one of my drivers, they got a 1976, performing better than all the new trucks because it's so old. We also got a 1997 International Pro Star. Truck running good, don't break down that much. But these newer trucks get on my last nerves. All right. So it all depends on where you can get them from. I mean, I got my connections and everything. I can help assist you with that. But at the end of the day, it's really all up to you. If I had to do it over again, I would probably do the new trucks. But once again, if you have found a real good older truck that's in good condition and the former owner took good care of it, like, for example, I got a 2014 that I bought with 300,000 miles. It currently to date has like 930,000 miles. And you know that at 1 million miles, it's time for a new engine. That truck running better than all my other trucks. So it's
run like a Scott.
It's all like this. It all depends. Go ahead.
I said it runs like a scalded dog because I done drove it.
Oh, that's right. That's right. That's right. All right. People are signing up and registering. I love it. All right. We got to tell y'all better hop on. Go cut off this registration. All right. Once again, $29.97. I'm going to hold your hand. And let me put this disclaimer out here. If you don't get a truck within 3 to 6 months, I'm going to work with you for free until you get one. That's how confident I am in this program. All right. Because I've been doing it for so long. I know what to do. I know how to expedite stuff. I know what to put you in. It's easy. I've been doing it for so long. So you got a coach. Any more questions? Instagram, what's up, y'all? Y'all missed the whole presentation on Zoom. Y'all done asking questions? All right, this last link that I'm going to put into the chat, I'm going to, if you want to schedule a meeting with me personally, you probably was scared to ask a question. If you really want to make sure, I'm placing my link, all right, oh, that's the wrong link, my bad. I'm placing, if you want to book a call with me, or you want to get on a call with me, 15-minute call to talk. Once again, I believe in efficient meetings. I'm not going to talk to you for a full hour. To hear come ready with your questions. I place my link, my calendar link. If you have any questions, you want to have a meeting with me personally. All right. I got 15-minute increments. All right. Starting tomorrow. If you want to meet and just go over some stuff, ask me some more questions, I'm at your disposal. I want to help you. I want to help you accumulate wealth. All right, so I placed that link in Zoom. Let me place it on Facebook as well. Calendar link. If you want to once again meet with me, you have a few more questions. Patrice crazy. Let me put the link in the Facebook group. Hey Jerome, what's up? My brother-in-law. All right, let me start it. If you want to meet with me, that's the link in the group. I'm going to pin this checkout link. Once again, if you want to move forward with us tonight, I encourage you to. And once again, just think of the lives you're going to change when you make this investment into your family, into your life. Okay. I'm here. I'm all in, y'all. I'm all in. I just need y'all to be all in as well. Once again, the investment is only $29.97. Look, look, y'all. Come on, y'all. This is not rocket science. This is a no brainer. If you have to think about this, something is wrong with you, because if you invest $3,000 and if you just do one truck, you gonna make your money back the first week. Like, it's a no-brainer. Like, and then you're gonna scale to 150 to 300,000 for the whole year. And then if you like the first 3 months of it, we're gonna go and get you the second truck and then the third truck. Then it's up to you. Then, I'm gonna put you in contact with the lender provider, with Sean, our lender. And guess what? You get any truck you want anytime you get ready. All right, but you gotta, once again, take a risk. You have to step out on faith. If there's some goals, all right, that you are looking forward, all right, to achieving, all right, once again, let me leave it here on the screen one last time. One last time. All right, let's look at it one more time. The rich think that if they don't take risks, they have already failed. And I'm done tonight. To my people watching on Instagram, if you need the link, all right, inbox me, let me know if you need the link. But once again, look at the title of the book, Think Like a Billionaire. The reason why we're not wealthy and making millions of dollars is because we ain't thinking like them. Look, I'm gonna go back and watch this presentation myself, because when I start talking about that mind shift, thinking like a millionaire, billionaire, that thing, it blesses me every time I think about it. But you have to have the mindset that you have to take out loans. Once again, the last one, if you never take out loans, you'll never make millions. Let's screenshot it one more time. Questions? Everybody good? All right. So my 7 to 10 people, once again, I love you all. I know it's not for everybody, but I really want to partner with people who decides to invest in me, in the course, and even in yourself. I see great things. I want to encourage your dreams, that this trucking is going to change a whole lot for you all. Some of y'all want to get into real estate. That trucking revenue is going to help you acquire those properties. So that's why I wanted to start with this one first, because my mentor, Myron Golden, he was sharing with me last night in the book that you have asset millionaires, but they can't have fun until, guess what? They get ready to sell it or take out a home equity line of credit, when they've built up equity. So real estate is good, but you can't really have fun. It's just, the only fun you have is inviting people over. Hey man, look at my property. Look at my house that I rent out. No, I want $2,000 or $3,000 a day, hit my bank account. And it comes to trucking. I don't know the other investment out there that yields you this type of return. Now, I don't mind being honest. My company would do 40 to 50,000 a week. 40 to 50,000 a week. 40 in gross revenue, of course. But y'all, you can do it. So I want y'all, once again, to have fun, with this. Just see that truck, dang, I'll never forget when I got my first truck. I'm like, am I really doing this? I'm really about to get my first load. Went on the load board, got a $900 load. I'm like, oh my gosh, I just made $900 in 15 minutes. Let me show you. Before y'all check off, let me show you this last thing. Let me show you my numbers real quick. Just go and I'm done. Okay, where is my whatchamacallit, Google Chrome? Okay, let me show you this last thing. So this is my software that I'm going to put y'all on. But once again, I haven't even reconciled all my bank statements and stuff all that. But it's really 3.7, 3 point somewhere. It's up there. But look, let me y'all see this? Watch this. Let me show you something. If you look in this column right here, I have to zoom out a little bit. Dang, that's crazy. Man. But anyway, if you look in this column, look, we did a $10,000, $550 load. It took me 15 minutes to book that load. Do the math. I made that in 15 minutes. And guess what? I'm at home. My driver's doing all the work. I'm just chilling. Look, we did another load from Sumner, Washington to Lansing, Michigan. 95, they never got canceled, but this one from Chino, California to Germantown, Wisconsin, $9,500 load. It took me 15 minutes to get the rate, call the broker, get the Raycon, send it to my driver, let them do all the driving. $9,500 for 15 minutes. That's a lot of money. Look, 9,000, 8,600, 8,000. This is real. This is real stuff. Can't make this stuff up. You see the dates they did it. $7,800, $7,400 loads, $7,000 loads, $6,600 loads. This is real stuff. And I just want to be transparent to show you all, like, this is real. Like, I'm doing this. So thank you all so much for being on. And once again, I appreciate you all for taking time out of your busy schedule. Is there a different link for the financing option? Yes. Let me put the financing option in the group. If those who are, you know what, I'm gonna message me. I forgot to save that link. I know I was forgetting some, but message me, Wendy, and I will send you that financing link. Okay. Well, thank you all so much. For those of you who hung down to the end, Coach Terry, my auntie Keisha, Mario, Miguel, Ryan, Shanitra, Tandra, Wendy, all my people on Facebook. Thank you all so much. I am looking forward to coaching you all. So you're going to get me twice a week for 6 months. And you might not need me, but I'm going to always be here to help you all out. Okay. I love you all. Click on that link. And once again, save that link. And I pray that we end up partnering together. All right. Love you. God bless and have a wonderful day. And once again, if you want to schedule a meeting with me, you can click on that calendar link. You can always DM me. Okay. All right, y'all. Y'all take it easy. Peace.